What's going on with magnet fishing? Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Don't get confused by the title. This isn't a statement that I'm making, it's a question that I'm asking, so put your comments in below as you're watching this video and feel free to be positive or negative. These are some observations that I've made over the past few months that some of you might have seen on social media and the Facebook magnet fishing groups and pages. Something that I've been commenting on for a while now, and it's not a reaction to the recent negative media coverage that magnet fishing's been getting. But I just thought now was the right time really to make a video about this, which is what I've been saying I'll do for a while, because it does sort of tie in. So first off, we all go magnet fishing for different reasons. So for some people it's a day out with the kids, some people it's a day out on their own, some people have a genuine interest in what they're going to find. There's all different reasons we do it. Now over the past few months, since I found out about magnet fishing about 12 months ago, I was looking for Canal carp fishing videos and I found a That's Brad video, and I was like, this is interesting. I think this is how we all start out. Wouldn't mind having a go at this myself. So I watched a few magnet fishing videos, got my first 130 kg magnet, went out down my local canal, and yeah, I enjoyed myself. My kids love it. Since then, over the past few months, its popularity has soared dramatically. I've noticed this with the amount of groups on Facebook pages, YouTube channels with magnet fishing involved. Also, when I first started magnet fishing, people used to come up and ask, what are you doing? Now people walk past and they say, he's magnet fishing. Now this video is all based on just my opinion. Like I said, there's no statement of fact really in this. I've got this thing that I've had in my head for a while now about the popularity of magnet fishing and the negative effect it's having on magnet fishing in a way. And I'll start with, there's a finite amount of junk and fines in the UK canal network. If people stopped throwing stuff into the canal today, with its popularity at the moment, it wouldn't take that long for our canals to be completely clear. That's proven by the fact that people who take magnet fishing seriously are having to travel further and further afield as their areas get cleaner and cleaner and the fines get fewer and far between. And this, for me, is where sort of the problem starts in a way with magnet fishing, because its popularity is sort of eating itself. It's making it sort of less interested, if you know what I mean. Now, the people that go out looking for crime fines, guns, stolen property, safes, stuff like that, they are going to get fewer and further between, simply because canals and its magnet fishing's popularity are no longer such a safe place for criminals to dump stuff. Criminals know about magnet fishing and they know that a canal is no longer a safe place. They could put something in a canal, the day later somebody could come along and pull it out. Historical fines. With the strength of magnets increasing, magnet fishing companies are cashing in now. The magnets are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So all these historical fines, people do it for railway memorabilia, anything historical. A weak magnet wouldn't get those fines out necessarily because they're so rusted. But these stronger magnets are getting everything, absolutely everything out the canal. So you're going to see a decrease in the historical fines. So you've got the crime fines decreasing, historical fines decreasing, and then you've got the general junk. Now, the use of grappling hooks has become more popular, and they'll pull out your shopping trolleys, your bikes and all that kind of stuff. So there is getting less and less fines in canals, no matter where you go. Like I say, people are travelling further and further afield just to find more interesting finds. So what I'm trying to say is magnet fishing's popularity is killing magnet fishing in a way. So that's my first point on why I think magnet fishing has sort of peaked now, and it may well not be in its decline because its popularity is right up here, but the fines are getting less and less. And if you're not finding things, let's face it, it's not that interesting, is it? So the second point I want to make about magnet fishing and where it's going at the moment is public opinion. Now, public opinion, 12 months ago, People didn't really know what it was, and if they saw a rusty bike or a shopping trolley on the side of the canal, they sort of thought nothing of it. That's just a rusty shopping trolley and a bike. It's somehow ended up on the side of the canal. But the public awareness of magnet fishing now means they know that that's been pulled out of a canal by somebody who's magnet fishing. So it sort of puts a bad light on magnet fishing. So public opinion, my experience is turning sort of against people magnet fishing. I've been heckled by passers-by. I hope you're going to take your junk with you, this, that and the other. Now, not everybody does. If you go onto the Facebook groups, there's daily posts, people taking photographs of junk that people haven't taken with them. I cycle the canals a lot, and I see daily on my local stretch. My local stretch is that popularly magnet fished now, regularly magnet fished, due to its popularity. Every week I can go by certain bridges and see something else left on the side of the canal. So I think the public opinion is turning against magnet fishing. My third point on this, we'll come to the media coverage shortly. The Canal and River Trust, now I spoke to the Canal and River Trust on Twitter, and it was in the comments to a popular YouTuber's channel, and I won't mention his name because it doesn't necessarily endorse what I say. They don't approve of it, they never have approved of it. I don't know if they're ashamed that they aren't taking the junk and the fines out of the canal network and they're just leaving it in there to pile up and rust. But they're starting to use now laws and bylaws and safety fears and this, that and the other to discourage people from magnet fishing, because I suppose they don't want the canal network littered with junk. It shames them, and also I suppose from their point of view it might ruin people's enjoyment of taking a stroll down the canal. Now also I'll just touch on, just briefly, it has been pointed out that there's a bylaw against cycling on the canal. Well, this is where the Canal and River Trust are hypocritical, because if you go on the website and look at some of their leaflets they send out through the post, and this, that and the other things they put on their social media, they're actually encouraging cycling on the other hand, so they are being hypocritical there. But now the media coverage that's happened recently, no publicity is bad publicity really, so this media coverage is ramping up people's knowledge of magnet fishing, so it's only going to make it more and more popular, and the more popular it's getting, like I say, there's a finite amount of stuff in the canals. The more popular it gets and the stronger the magnets get, because businesses are now cashing in on magnet fishing's popularity, the cleaner the canals are going to get. As I said, criminals, it's no longer such a safe place for them to dispose of things anymore, so the criminal fines are going to go down because of magnet fishing's popularity. The historical fines are going to go down because of the strength of magnets now pulling out really rusty stuff. The stronger magnets combined with the grappling hooks is getting all the junk out the canals. So I've had this opinion for a while now that magnet fishing has sort of peaked, or is peaking in its popularity. Now I'm not saying more people aren't going to go out and continue magnet fishing or start magnet fishing, but I think it's going to get a lot less interesting as time goes on and the canals just get cleaner and cleaner. There's only so much you can pull out, and there's only so many times you can go and have a bad day's magnet fishing because there just isn't much stuff there anymore. Now, back to the media again, there's been this, I don't want to go harp on about media too much, but there's been this negative media recently, and all that's doing is making it more popular. It's also reinforcing the public's perception that it's a bad hobby in a way. I don't know if I'm saying the Canal and River Trust are going to start enforcing these bylaws, and there's a question over whether it's theft. I know if you find a £10 note in the street, you put it in your pocket and you keep it, and you don't try to reunite it with its owner, which is impossible, or hand it in a police station, that's technically a crime, and it's something to do with a dishonesty law. So I just feel that magnet fishing is peaked at the moment, and it can't get any better than it is now. So we are going to see a decline in the amount of fines that we get that are interesting. So I don't know how much life there is left in magnet fishing. Can it get, well, it can't get better, can it? It can't stay the same with the amount of stuff that's being pulled out. So if you add up all the different things, the fact that the fines are going to get less and less, the public opinion, the people are turning against magnet fishing. The negative media coverage, is magnet fishing dead or dying? Like I say, I'm not making a statement saying that it is. I can't see where magnet fishing can go for much longer, really. That's sad. I know a lot of people love it. Like I say, we all go out for different reasons, whether it's just for a day out with the kids, to go and find something interesting. But whatever your reason is, what do you think? Do you think magnet fishing can sustain itself with its current level of popularity and its increasing level of popularity, or the public's knowledge of it due to the media coverage that it currently gets? I personally don't think it can. I think I've noticed on my stretch at the canal, when I go magnet fishing, I find less and less. I haven't been for that long now. It's getting less and less and less. People are coming along, like I say, with stronger magnets and pulling out what I couldn't get out. I've felt stuff with my 130 kg ferrite magnet, and I know it's there and I can't get it. A week later, someone's come across with a 500 kg neodymium magnet and they've cleared up. So, can it sustain itself? Put your opinions and thoughts in the comments. I know I'll get the odd troll who thinks I'm bashing magnet fishing, which I'm not. My kids love going out magnet fishing. Like I say, I found it harder and harder. And part of the reason I've stopped going magnet fishing as much is I don't drive a car. I carry everything by bike, and there's only so much scrap you can carry on a bike. I mean, I've got luggage, so I can load quite a lot of stuff up. But if I find two bikes and I'm on a bike, I can carry them. I used to strap one over one shoulder, and I've got it's not Velcro, which a similar kind of strap with a buckle on, and I could carry two to my local scrapyard in Middleport, and I could actually throw them across the canal into the scrapyard. But that's not just doable for me, and I don't want to be one of those people who leaves junk. I was recently magnet fishing in a local marina, and somebody came off a boat and said, "Is it you that left all of that junk over there last week?" And I was like, obviously not, no. But that's part of the reason I've reduced the amount of magnet fishing I do. And also, I was just finding less and less. If I'm honest, I was getting a bit disheartened that I wasn't getting anything, and then other people were coming with the bigger magnets. But like I say, magnet fishing companies are cashing in, so they're promoting magnet fishing. Tell me yourself, 12 months ago, did you know about magnet fishing? And have you noticed its popularity sort of soaring to the point where members of the public walk past and they know exactly what you're doing? I was in a supermarket recently wearing a t-shirt. Again, I won't mention who it is because they might completely disagree with what I'm saying. And there was people in the supermarket saying this magnet fisher's name, and I was like, what's going on? How come everybody knows about this? I mean, it was written on my t-shirt, but they were perfectly aware. This is an ASDA, perfectly aware of who this person was and what magnet fishing was. So, for me, I think magnet fishing at the moment is eating itself, and I don't know where it's going to go from here. I feel for the people who've got dedicated magnet fishing YouTube channels, because once these interesting finds stop happening, what's the thumbnail going to be? What's the clickbait going to be? It's going to get less and less interesting for people to watch. So less and less people are going to take it up. And the canals, like I say, can only hold so much stuff. People are stopping putting as much stuff in there as a result of magnet fishing's popularity, and more and more people are taking it out. So I'm lost as to where magnet fishing is going to go from now on, especially considering the negative media coverage, which was a bit out of hand, if I'm honest with you, using people's deaths as a way of giving magnet fishing negative press when people fall off boats and drown. Somebody drowned in my local tunnel, the Harecastle Tunnel, hit the head on the top, fell off the back of the boat and drowned. And they're not the first person in this area to drown in a canal. But we're not stopping boating, are we? And we're not stopping fishing in the canal. People get injured and drown fishing in the canal, and you never hear about it. So yeah, give me your thoughts. Let me know what you think the future of magnet fishing is. Take care, enjoy your magnet fishing, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.